Please rise for our national anthem.
Welcome back, boys. Throw your X up once again. Yes, you got it. You got it. Lee, good job. First X thrown. I would say that was a 4 out of 10 X, but
yeah, it's pretty ass, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. We lost Deontay today, but we have picked up a new member of the United Wilks of America, Matthew Fleetwood, or as we like to call him, Fleetbot. Fleetwood, why don't you tell us, or I guess everyone, where you're from, where you live now, and give us the top 3 artists.
Okay. So I'm at Fleetwood. Everyone calls me Fleetwood. Knew everyone back in college. I currently live in Evanston, Illinois, or Chicago, pretty much. Not much else. Really got into EDM and everything kind of late, I would say. Got into it through Deontay and probably Mickey and then DJ, but have pretty much dove head first. So I guess top 3 artists: Grizz, Grizz is sure.
Always a good pick.
Yeah, and then I don't know. It kind of fluctuates. I love Zed's Dead, but it's I love house. House is one of my big categories. So I don't know. Matroda.
It's a tough question.
Ooh. Zed's Dead, Matroda, and Grizz. That's some range, Fleet. Very good.
Yeah. Zed, honestly. Yeah, so we went. I kind of will go back a little bit a few weeks ago. So there's a thing called Heat Wave here in Chicago, and that was kind of a new festival that's getting put on by one of the big, Arias, right? It's a big kind of group around here, and so Heat Wave was sick, and it was my first time seeing Zed's Dead, and I've listened to them for so long, and so that was a mind melting experience. So
yeah, who's the company?
What'd you say?
Who's the company?
Arias isn't. Arias.
Is that
AURS? They're the same. They're the same promotion company that puts on Arc.
Oh, damn! I didn't even know they were a thing. They must really like Chicago then.
I think they're Chicago based.
That would make sense then.
Yeah. So that's me. Welcome. Glad to be a part of this. So ready to go.
Yeah, Fleet. I love that your interest
and ready at a Culver's.
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Culver's ready to go.
So yeah, if everyone's wondering why I have a glass of wine, Mickey is wearing a nice button-down shirt, it's because we are recording on a Friday. Originally, we had planned for Tuesday.
Friday night.
Things just wouldn't work out, and this is a rare Friday night recording, but love it regardless. And Fleetwood was so dedicated on Tuesday. He pulled over on the side of the road somewhere in the middle of Wisconsin or northern Illinois at a Culver's to attempt to do it.
Middle Wisconsin. If you ever need a place to just sit for like an hour and do nothing, Culver's is your place. You'll see a lot of good people.
Cheese curds.
Really, really nice old people. It's great. Cheese curds, custard.
Whatever you want, they got it.
Fry
sauce. It's all about the customer.
Excuse me, fry sauce is not a thing, buddy. That's Freddy's.
I thought the Culver's was the one that had fry sauce. I've been there maybe 2 or 3 times. Sorry, Southern boy. Whoops. All righty. With that, we'll go right into the Ultimate Chicago Festival. We've talked, about other festivals. You mentioned Heat Wave. So I guess we'll kind of jump into Lolla. Mickey, you'll start because Lolla being 4 days, you guys kind of split it up and kind of divided and conquered the 4 days. But you went to Thursday. Yeah. I don't think a lot of people did. So how was day one?
Day one was honestly great way to start off the Lollapalooza weekend. Great thing for the city of Chicago. Such a fun weekend. So much going on. Incredible festival. Obviously, it's like world renowned. People travel from all over to come there. But yeah, night one was great. Worked pretty much a full day. So didn't get in like right when gates open because that shit starts at like noon or something. So,
Yeah.
pretty much, I think I worked till probably like 4 p.m. then started making my way over there. We got to Grant Park early evening, and we got in for Billy Strings. That was the first set we saw on Thursday. Super, super popular right now, real hot. Like the dude is kind of turning into a modern day rock star.
Yeah, I saw the Hulu, like on Hulu, his Bonnaroo set, and I just happened to stumble upon it because I don't think anyone else was on, and I was like, this guy's fucking murdering it right now.
Yeah.
He jammed the fuck out.
Yeah, he truly does jam the fuck out. Yeah, his band is great. He's great. It was awesome. So then there's a decent crew of us. A lot of people went to Perry's stage, which is the pretty much the EDM stage, to catch Zoo. I love Zoo. I've seen him a couple times. He's incredible. He's an incredible artist. I'm going to see him at Red Rocks in November. But I was there to see Metallica close out the night, the main headliner. So we stayed at the same stage that Billy Strings was at. When he was done, we just dove in head first, got real close, and saw the legendary metal rock band Metallica close out the night for night one.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. They're just a legendary band, and you can tell and that seeing them and watching them perform, like it's just second nature to them now. So
Yeah.
very glad I did that. It was an incredible show. Highly recommend seeing them if you have the opportunity.
Yeah, I guess two things with Metallica. One, again, on Hulu, couched it again, saw the set, and one of the things I noticed was in the crowd, huge range of people. Like you have like the vintage Lala crowd of like young people, and then you have like the people that clearly bought just a Thursday pass that are like 50 years old, rocking the hell out, like
rocking their retro Metallica shirt they bought at their first concert in '82.
It's like the Ride the Lightning album cover just on a shirt.
Just travel across the world to go see them. Yeah.
Second thing is fun fact of the day. I might have mentioned this to you, Mickey, because I knew that you were seeing Metallica beforehand. But Metallica, when I saw them way back when, the first time I'd ever seen someone smoke weed. So always have that memory with me.
Yep.
I was at Amalie Arena in like the first section. And
probably always remember that smell too.
Oh yeah. I hated it back then. I was like, oh my god, it smells awful. And I turned around and it was like these. I mean, you could have not like imagined a more like stereotypical goth looking like people, like the black lipstick and like the like black netting over the shoulders and shit. And they had like the smallest like plastic portable bong, and they were just like ripping it like in the stadium. And I was like, oh my god, they're the fucking devils. And it was a great time. They had it like in the round where they had the stage and the whole stadium. They filled the whole stadium around it.
Dude, that setup just is undefeated, man.
Very, very cool.
More people need to do that.
Yeah, it was my second concert ever, sandwiched in between Beyonce and Lady Gaga. So doing great.
two pop stars and a metal band.
Exactly. And then Linkin Park was after Lady Gaga. So,
there you go.
So just it's either just the poppiest of bubblegum or the bubblegum of pop, whatever you want to go with, and then just like screaming in your ear. But yeah, that was a good time.
Night one was great. Metallica killed it. Glad I did it. Friday, Cam, Fleet, you guys want to?
Mickey,
and then Friday
was there any after shows on Thursday? Not that we would have gone to them, but
so there were. I wasn't going to do that. I had to, work the next day. Yeah, but I know Chris Lorenzo was at Spy Bar. That looked pretty nuts.
Whoa!
Yeah.
New song "Mommy" is a banger.
I know. Yeah. And the Bourgeois beat.
Might be one of my favorite.
Song right now.
My favorite Lorenzo songs.
By Chris Lorenzo.
It's pretty fire. It's been so teased too for so long. Like everyone's just teased it, and then finally.
Yeah, it's like becoming one of those things now in like the EDM community where like the songs are being teased like in live sets, and you can
Oh
just
yeah,
tell
everyone's sharing
when
music
the
much
good
more.
ones are like, yeah, when the good songs are bubbling to the top, and like everyone starts playing them in sets, and like the song hasn't even been released yet, and you're like, okay, keep an eye out for this one. But moving on to Friday, who went to Friday?
Cam and I went Friday. I went late though, or Mickey. No, Mickey. Did we all go? I can't remember.
We all went Friday.
I thought.
Everybody was there.
Yeah, so I saw Liquid Stranger, right? So you guys saw it went earlier in the day than I did, and I can pick up later.
I had a much different experience. So I went with Jackie, and when we got there, we obviously after work on a Friday, traffic, that kind of thing. We met her oldest sister and her oldest sister's husband, who are from Chicago. Okay, so we met up with them, and he's from Chicago, so he's been to Lala, multitude of times. He was saying that like some of his first memories of live music and smoking pot were at like the Perry stage, that kind of thing. So it was cool to kind of see it and hear about it from like someone's perspective who grew up in the city. But we got in time for the whole set of Glass Animals, which was awesome because I had never seen them before, and they were on my overall like to see list that I have on my phone. They waited till the end to drop the banger that is Heatwave. Absolutely fucking murdered it. The walk from Glass to Liquid Stranger was very interesting. The setup of Lala is not exactly what I would say is convenient.
Yeah,
but,
I got a good idea. Like at Grant Park, when Mickey said it for the Free Nelly concert, I was like trying to like scope it out as much as I can. That way, if I saw like videos and stuff, I'd be like, "Oh, I remember being there, waiting in line or whatever." But it did seem complex.
The things that you need to get to are convenient, but it's almost that because they're so convenient to get to, you're always going to be in a line or something like that. Like I never found an empty hydration station or anything like that. Which whatever. But Liquid Stranger, we got there for the end. And I couldn't find the rhythm. I mean, he was throwing the fuck down. It was incredible. We saw.
Is this Liquid Stranger?
Yeah, Liquid Stranger.
Yeah.
So we were standing on the side, and because I think we got there so late, and because we were, just taking it easy with her relative or Jackie's sister, I never really found the rhythm, but it was still good.
Yeah, I mean, I found Cam later, and I saw all of Liquid Stranger. So they were all at Glass Animals, and I came in later because I was working, and I had to come down from the city. So then when I got in, they were all in kind of lovey-dovey mode over at Glass Animals, and I decided that I wanted to get some wubs in with it. So we wubbed the fuck out. Liquid Stranger.
Really quick. Can you define lovey-dovey mode?
I don't know. It was just like I just that's the vibe that I felt like they were gonna have over there, and I just wanted to literally stare at the LCD screen.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Headbang and just bob and weave. So that was my MO, and we did it, and then for then for us and Cam, it went right into Rez, and Rez, it just complemented each other so well. I mean, their music was just fire. And so Rez was really good. That was my first time seeing Rez and Liquid Stranger, so that was a great experience. Yeah, there was a lot of firsts for me this weekend. That was really cool. Like I said,
talk to me more about Space Mom, because I love hearing people's first Rez set.
So it was
classic. It was classic. It was a straight up classic Rez set.
It was just deep wubs. I mean, you could just kind of feel it through your body, and you gotta love that. Obviously just staring at her little trippy glasses is fun. What?
Yeah. Did she hypnotize you?
Yeah, of course. She does the little like the clock that just swings, or the timepiece that just swings back and forth. And you're just like, Jesus. And she had the fire was out. She was going with some fire and fucking whatever fireworks, all the shits.
I think
it was good. It was really good.
I think she opened with
for sure
Edge.
Rocked my world. She took me to space.
What's she open with, Cam?
I think it was. I have no idea.
I think it was Edge.
Yeah,
damn.
No idea.
Good start.
It was just immediate. Yeah, it was just immediate, and then it just did not stop. I mean, yeah, it was just whoa, whoa, whoa the whole time.
Yeah, the good thing about Rez now is like she's playing like mostly her stuff. I think she's like gotten to that point now where she can play mostly her stuff and still just put on an amazing show. I did see a video of her playing Pressure by Oral Grime, and that brought back some good memories.
Yeah, she did. She did.
I think it was the second time I saw her at Sunset. She came out, or she played Pressure in her set, and it hadn't been released by All Grime. And I remember like looking around,
my favorite songs of all time.
I looked around and I was like, "What the hell is this song?" And it's one of the very like niche few songs I remember like Shazamming on like the YouTube set. I'm literally like holding the phone up. I'm like, "Come on, man!" Like trying to get it. Nothing came up. Like I was looking at like tracklist.com and nothing came up. And then finally, All Grime dropped the album, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is it!"
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that album was nuts.
Yeah, fantastic.
It's an all-time album for sure. But then
Pitchfork gave it like a 4 point something. Fuck Pitchfork.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Anyways, so after Rez, then we pulled a complete 180 and went to Dua Lipa, and that was hot. She by far was the hottest woman on the planet. There was no denying it. I think every single woman in the crowd would have said it. She was beautiful. And honestly, it's cool how Lala also, I noticed, they did the stages right. So because there's so many people there, they have some stages let out earlier and then some stages let out later because the trains just get completely swamped. So we got to see Dua Lipa and she was killing it. I was just jumping around. Fireworks were going off. It was a crazy 180, but it was hot. Hot was the only way to describe it.
I mean, that's probably the best word to describe it. Like, she's just amazing in every single way.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was good.
I will add. I did get there on the earlier side Friday, real quick, with Mike Hoffman. Shout out Mido. Shout out Addison. We all got in around 2. Caught the end of Whipped Cream. She threw down per usual. And then after that, saw Recno. First time seeing a Recno set.
Nice.
Incredible. So fun.
I don't know what his or her or they pronouns are, but Sunset was the first time. Is it they?
Yeah, he threw down.
Yeah, I saw only half his set, but it was really, really good.
Yeah, it was great. And then right into that, LPGOB, the Queen. Just
how was that?
Incredible, beautiful set. Cam rocking the new merch, fire merch. Look at that shit. LP, we love you. We're stans.
Actually, a lot of queens on this episode already.
She is someone that I was so sad. I was like rushing down on the train. If I could have had like an express helicopter, that was who I wanted to see so bad on Friday, and I was not able to go there. And so I wish.
But,
she have a show on Thursday also, or no?
Friday
night. But yeah, so that's who I saw. Then Glass Animals and Dua. Obviously, they said it. Both great. First time seeing Glass Animals. They killed it. So much energy. Great live show. And then these two, Fleetwood and Cam, they caught a after show Friday. If you guys want to dive into that a little.
It was quick pivot from Dua Lipa to
the father, Zoo.
Yeah. So
we're jumping all around this episode.
And it wasn't even the Father Zoo, it was Blacklist.
Yeah, so it's a Blacklist set at Prism, and for those that don't know, Prism is a nightclub in Chicago where it's a very skinny venue, and both sides of this rectangle are blocked off for bottle service. However, on big shows like Zoo, RL Grime, for example, the middle of that pit that is already so small is also blocked off by 2 more sets of bottles.
Okay, so for those who don't know, don't describe Prism. Describe the Blacklist, is who said. For those who don't know.
it definitely plays a part. It definitely
It
plays
does
a
play
part.
a part.
Okay.
So basically, you have a stranglehold of trying to get through this bottleneck to actually get into a crowd. So we get there early enough to where we get into it and we beat the bottleneck, which was awesome. Step one, hardest part over. So we get there, and I didn't realize this, but there's no openers for Blacklist. It's his label that's playing. So whoever played first was, we called her Zoo's grandma because she was
give her some respect. It was his mother.
His
It was
mother.
his mother. It was not his grandmother. It was his mother.
Older Japanese-looking lady,
She also threw the fuck down.
just rocking our chests with bass. Like this lady was, deep techno.
She was, yes. She taught.
The lady that makes the suits in The Incredibles.
Yeah, Edna Mode.
Yeah, Edna Mode. That's who was up there.
Like she was up there throwing down, and she could as happy as could be.
Yeah, it went on. It went on for a little while, but Prism is like a later club, so Zoo probably started at 1 or 1:30, and there are just drunk bitches, drunk people everywhere.
How I would describe it is probably 60% of the people are what, there to drink, and 40% are for the music, or vice versa. So like you get people that are not interested in the music. And so we were luckily on one of the bottle backs, but at the same time, that's what we thought. But then that's how they thought to go out, so they were always in our way. But now we're done talking about Prism. Zoo, the Blacklist was fire. DJ, you talked about holding your phone up and trying to hear the songs. My phone probably could have picked up within the 2 hours that it was going on, probably 4 songs. Everything else was unreleased deep house,
deep underground stuff.
Nuts, yeah. And then he started playing his Musical Chairs album that he released that night, and Wet was just Wet, and it was fire.
He played the full version of Wet, and we'll get to it on Saturdays after show. But at Musical Chairs, obviously he only played a song.
Yeah,
for a certain time.
Was he actually playing Musical Chairs? Because I haven't seen that on his Instagram story. I don't know what that is.
We'll get there after Saturday for sure.
So he only played 45 seconds of Wet on the Saturday after show, but me and Fleet got to see the full live version of it, and the visuals were like the inside of like a steamy shower or like a window pane, like on like a rainy day outside. It was so great to see. There were times where it would flip from his soft singing voice to just deep dark techno that I thought a new song started, or like a new song was about to play. But Unbothered, we got to see I Wonder, Visa, like basically every song on that new album.
Still haven't heard the new mixtape yet. I know, I'm ashamed of myself.
It's great. Lots of range. But then the that was Saturday night. But yeah, all around great set. Very different. But the crowd again, you got it. You can't love Prism.
Yeah. That's always a problem. Like my biggest thing with water, it's the pool venue here is it's very similar to that, where majority of people go to get fucked up. They don't give a shit about the venue, or they don't give a shit about like the artist that's going there. Like they're just like, oh, big name. I know like one song. I'm gonna get fucking lit at bottle service. And it's like,
imagine 10 Below book Zoo. Like some shit like that. Like it's just awful.
Yeah, but you're talking to someone that loves 10 Below.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that. I do love it.
Plus, but if I went back now, I'd probably hate 10 Below.
Yeah, same.
It would be memories.
Pivoting into Saturday. So Saturday morning was a quick recovery. Great pregame all around. I think everybody had a solid time. Saturday was side piece first, and never let you down. Always bring the energy. We made sure we got like a spot, like kind of like the back right. It was still daytime, so the visuals weren't a huge factor. So we just kind of vibed and danced in the back. It was a great time.
Okay, so who else went Saturday? Did you guys go Saturday?
I was about to say. I figured someone.
I went Saturday. I saw Duke Dumont. I zoned out. I went to Side Piece and Duke Dumont. Duke Dumont threw down. So I think Deontay kind of said that he he didn't like Duke Dumont or something.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
said
he
he
was
wasn't
good.
his favorite. I thought he was okay too.
Underwhelming at
I
chorus.
thought he bangers.
He opened with Red Light,
good.
Green
And
Light.
then we went to Kygo against my will. I loved it though.
Kygo
It was
was
really
fire.
Dude,
Okay,
it
okay,
was
so
I was
really,
about to
really good.
say.
Yeah, but it was Cascade or Kygo, and I really, really wanted to go to Cascade.
Have you seen either before?
Hometown King.
No, I have not seen either. But Kygo threw down. He like played all of his like beginning like kind of pop, really famous songs, and then he kind of went into a deep dark mode also, and it was very, very fun.
That's what was surprising last time. But
Who'd he bring out?
He brought out everybody.
Chance
Oh yeah, he brought out Chance the Rapper though. That was the big thing. And so Chance played. Chance
So
played No
cool.
Problems.
So cool.
Mickey knew the answer. Mickey knew the answer to his own question.
He played his new song, and then he played another one.
That's podcasting right there, Mickey. Good for you. We're learning.
Very good. Cam, how was the rest of Saturday?
So, so like Fleet said, I mean, there's a point where you almost like Kygo keeps going, and it's a point where you almost forget how many songs you know every single word to. So it was so much fun to go from some Boots and Cats to tropical vocal, just happiness is how I would describe
hits.
Kygo. Exactly, straight up. So we pivoted there. Everybody had after bars. I think Addie's, Jason's one of the two blends together, but Zoo's big time after show at Aragon. So opener is Bijou, and that was on the plan to see. However, we lagged, and when we got there, I've never seen a fucking line like this in my entire life, DJ. It goes down, around, behind the second building, behind that building. So some of us immediately are able to sneak in. The other people are getting yelled at by the security guards. Hey, I see you. Go to the back, like shit like that. So me and Fleet kind of snickle our way in a little bit, and then end up getting Victor and Addie.
Lala.
Long story short, we end up beating the line, which was thank God. But had a great spot with a lot of room towards the back. And as opposed to Friday night, this was all of his bangers, but like his festival show is kind of how I would describe it. A wide range. Exactly. Wide range. Desert Woman, back from the old album.
Ringo's Desert EP.
Yeah, so good. I mean, Came for the Low, obviously.
I think my favorite was so he played Risky Business, and he just
Business was so
the visuals
good.
were just nuts because it was just like going, and he was standing there. So basically, how it was set up was he had a band, right? So he had a guy on the drums, he had a guy on the sax, and a guy on what?
The sax.
Yeah, so it's like him raised, and then the two guys
he's higher, and then he goes down low. Yeah, and so it was really sick. So the visuals, he went up high, and the whole band was playing down low, and it was just
guitar solo
was white, and it was just
wild.
Yeah, it was just crazy. But they did a lot of silhouette stuff, with the LEDs. That was really, really cool. The man ended up playing for 3 hours.
I forgot to mention this on Friday night. He was very, very good, and obviously when we saw him at Bonnaroo, he did the same thing. But he's so good at turning off the lights, keeping the music going, and then like building it up without any lights on whatsoever, and you're kind of just like,
The production plays a part of it.
Yeah, they're awesome. I follow some of his cinematography guys on Instagram. Shout out to them. They're awesome. Some like the backside of their stories to how they set that up. I mean, they put a lot of work into it. But the musical chairs part. So he stops the show, straight up stops it, and he asks, "Who wants to play?" Like his voice. So he brings up 6 people.
And as good as an X that Fleetwood put up, that was as good as your Zoo impersonation, like a 4 out of 10.
So we, from where I was, I couldn't really see them playing because they were on the lower end, like where the guitarist would have stood. But 6 people come up and they're playing, and he would play 45 seconds of 4 songs, and then they'd stop. And the winner won a blue cassette with the new mixtape on it. And a lot of people didn't know what. It was pretty sick. A lot of people didn't know what the fuck was going on because he would literally just shut the song off, and a lot of people were.
But if I wanted, like, it's cool, like to have, I guess, for a memorabilia thing. But like, I can't play it on anything. I don't have anything that can play a fucking cassette tape in my place.
I guarantee you they'll go for some money.
I don't know.
But yeah, anyway, so he just kind of kept playing, right? So he went. That was like the beginning part. He played for 2 hours, did that, and then he kind of realized, he kind of wanted to see who was going to stay. So after 2 hours, he kind of went. He like stopped, went out. Everyone wanted his encore. He was just chilling out, and then he started actually playing pretty much Blacklist for the last hour. So the last hour until from 2 to 3 was just all Blacklist, and it was just kind of a mix. Obviously, it was not as much as everything, but it was also really, really sick. I mean, for 3 hours.
I've been waiting this whole time. Okay, let's get to the back-to-backs. Let's get to the back-to-back. Come on,
that was the Blacklist.
Gordo and Bijou.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, so he went out with Gordo and Bijou.
Yeah, give me the FOMO that I missed out on so much.
When he turned all the lights off, I mean, I couldn't tell you a single ID that they played. To be straight up,
that's so sick.
They were just kind of going. And I guess also just to kind of put into like perspective, so I guess Gordo or Carnage, but now Gordo, he was side piece. There was another after show that was side piece. There was side piece and LP. Those were I mean, that's an incredible after shows. There's LP, side piece, and Zoo. I mean, and so he was at side piece, I guess. Gordo was at side piece, just playing, getting, super fucked up, and then ended up getting carted over to Aragon, which is like pretty much on the other side of the city, north. And so he was having a night himself. So it was a cool back-to-back.
Beast.
But yeah, they probably played till 4. Just a overall Zoo mini festival absolutely can't beat it.
That's sick.
It was 5 hours of Zoo. It was nice.
Well worth it.
But then obviously that went right into Sunday.
Yeah. So did you all three of you go to Sunday? Or you missed that, right?
That was my last
just
day.
Just there out of this crew. Sunday was nice. Sunday was fun because it was the first day I feel like we really jumped around to a lot of the different stages. Like the first few nights, we really stuck to like 2 to 3 stages max.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday, honestly, we probably hit 4 or 5 of them.
Damn.
Which was cool. Yeah, we were just popping around everywhere on Sunday, which was a lot of fun. Started out at Abstract. First time seeing him. Fire, just like, I mean, he's
bass house, baby.
Like, bass house,
Abby,
just absolute fire. He played that "Do It To It" remix that he just released, I think, like tonight or last night.
This promo was so funny.
Yeah, when I heard it today, it kind of brought me back to Lala on Sunday.
Is that the one you sent in the group chat today, Mickey?
No, I didn't send it. Mike did.
Mike did.
Yeah. Then we made our way over to, again, this is the first time we were there this weekend, the Tito's stage, to see the Marias, which, like, I'm still not 100% sure what I saw, but
it was like a Latin infusion. I don't know. We didn't know the Marias going into it, right? So we don't know.
Like a Latin infused, like,
yeah, it was super cool, right? But it was like what? It was like, did you say 8 to 9 people on the stage?
Yeah.
Who were they called? What were they called?
Oh, it's the Marias. It was just like basically a massive
psychedelic, like indie band that mixes, like, they mix in a lot of Spanish into their music, but they also have like songs with English in them, but like just like psychedelic, like pop band. Really cool. Honestly, like that, I like going to Lollapalooza because of that aspect of it. There's always like a band I get to see that I've never heard of before, and like I'm always like, oh, that's really cool. Like last year, that was like Surfaces for me.
I have heard of the Marias.
Yeah,
I just put it together. They're on they're at a Bad Bunny song off his new album.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
one of the best ones too.
Cool. Really cool. Glad we saw that. Let's see. After that, we made our way over back to Perry's stage. Obviously, chilled in the back. Just kind of like, yeah, basically just chilled out. We were all exhausted. Last day of the Lala weekend, so we just sat down in the back, watched ATLians just wub the fuck out.
Yeah,
How was it?
It was very funny. We were all sitting down. The ATLians were just throwing down.
Yeah,
we were all just sitting there,
down,
just like bobbing our heads, just like I need a breather.
It's so funny you mentioned that because at Sunset at Memorial Day weekend here in Tampa, I did the same exact thing where I was sitting near the back and like my brother and I were kind of just like in recovery, like regaining mode, and it was ATLians in the background, and he played Grizztronics, the first one, and we're like, damn, this edit's sick, and then like dropped like a huge banger after that. We're like, holy shit. And like we were thinking about going in, but then Side Piece happened, and that was one of my favorite ones of the weekend. But yeah, similar situations where we got to, and then EDC Orlando, we missed ATLians because Dylan was late on the flight.
Yeah.
Poor ATLians. We'll see him eventually.
That was nice. That was nice redemption set because like we missed them at EDC Orlando, got to catch them there. They threw down. Obviously, looking forward to the time I get to see them when I have a little more energy and I can like get in the crowd and really headbang.
Yeah.
But chilling in the back and watching them just wub out was nice. After that, again, honestly, like we were just kind of wiped out. So we just from there we just moved over to some shade on the left side of Perry's stage, chilled in the shade and just watched Gordo, the DJ formerly known as Carnage.
Yes, there you go. Very good pick.
Thank you. He was fun. Honestly, I will say, Fleet, you probably agree with this. I think he like turned the bass up a little too loud. Like the speakers were like a little like aggressive. Like it didn't sound great coming out of it.
In the beginning he was trying to figure out, and then I think he kind of figured it out. But
I think so too.
But yeah, in the beginning he was yeah. I mean, he's trying to be house, right? It's completely different, and like I guess one of my things was like I kind of wanted him to like, if he's going house, dive in, baby, like go, because he mixed in some of his old Carnage songs, obviously, which are fire.
Yeah, he did. Which I mean, it was fun. It was a good set.
That's pretty interesting too, because he like had this whole memoir that he was like killing Carnage and like it's done. So like, why would he play his own song?
I mean, right? I feel like we did hear like a couple, like, right?
Yeah, I just feel like a festival like Lollapalooza, he's just gonna be like, all right, fuck it, I have to play this. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows with him, man? I don't know. But I mean,
he's always been an egomaniac, though. He's always been an egomaniac.
For real, always. And like, I mean, he did play the house. He played the techno. He played some of the Drake songs that he produced on Drake's new album, which was fun to hear.
His new Sticky, right? I think he has a new Sticky. Remix coming out.
And then rode that right into the Chicago fucking legend himself, John Summit. Hometown hero.
His set looked fucking sick.
Party.
It was a big old party at Perry's stage Sunday night for him.
The intro was sick, Mick. You loved it, right?
Yeah. They played "Serious" by the Alan Parsons Project, which is the intro song for the Chicago Bulls, and he mixed that with his newly released
"Drunk and I'm High" in Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
It was fire.
Just a great way to start off the set. And then it was just like, honestly, it's a festival set. I think his time slot was like 1 hour. So it was just like all of his hits, banger after banger after banger. A couple that weren't his mixed in, like he tossed in Miracle Maker by Dom Dalla.
Everyone has to nowadays.
Yeah. But per usual, he killed it. The dude's on a hot streak. No one can stop him right now.
Hottest man,
I really think that.
I mean, what a Elias a banger! It's a song that just makes you want to like smile and dance around and just like drive with the windows down. I mean, it's a fire fucking song,
dude.
Summer anthem.
He's just on fire.
It might be timeless.
Yeah.
And I
A
think
little early to say, but
no, I
he's
mean, right? Like, there's
excelling so
nothing
fast.
about that song that's like too much, right? It's a good beat. It doesn't, it doesn't do too much. It hits all the right notes that everyone really wants. Like, I sent it to
appeals to
people
a lot of people.
that, like, I like sending music to people, as we all do, right? So, sharing music
Naturally.
is like a form of love in a way. But
Yeah.
I sent it to people that are not really big EDM people, and they loved it.
Yeah. One of the
It's
biggest compliments you can give me is that song is fire, or like whenever I'm playing a song and you're like, yo, whose song is this?
Who the
That's
fuck
like one of
is
the best
this?
compliments you can give me. So
It can boost your
sending
day.
songs is a big part.
And that's why Deontay's
but-
a DJ.
Yeah.
Get off to it.
Agreed.
Yeah, but so sadly, what we had to do after that was go, and so it was not against our will, right? But John, we will see you many times from now, but Green Day was about to start. So we had to leave John early to go lock.
Oh,
You don't like that, Cam?
I don't know what I would have done, honestly.
I mean, so here I'll tell you how. So we
I
got a
would've
little
seen Green
inside,
Day.
right? Because so the lineup kind of got leaked for Green Day, and so that's completely what persuaded me, because the lineup that they opened with was American Idiot, into Holiday, into Know Your Enemy, and then Boulevard.
All right.
Damn.
Okay.
And
I
so
get
we
it.
just like we had to do it.
I understand.
I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, those are
regardless, I
the
would have.
songs of 2000.
It was honestly well executed by us. Like, we saw most of John, left John a little early, didn't want to, but it was the right move. Caught those first 4 songs of Green Day's set, probably like a couple more after too. Legendary band. I think we all probably grew up listening to them. Fucking,
100%. I mean,
like, that was probably like some of the first CDs some of us owned was like American Idiot and shit. So
It was my first CD.
yeah,
Or it
Idiot
was on my
fire.
first
Fire way to
CD.
open.
yeah.
I
just-
can't tell you how many times I've seen the "Wake Me Up When September Ends" music video. It's in the
Yeah.
it's north of 30.
Yeah.
I watched
So
it
that
so
was
much as
great.
well.
Honestly, like very, very well executed on our part. Did Green Day, and then we booked it all the way across Grant Park to the other side to another stage we hadn't been to all weekend, the Grove, which is kind of a really low key fun stage at Lala. I didn't go there last year until the last set on Sunday night where I saw Big Wild, but it's like the only stage at Lala that's kind of tucked away in some trees.
You kept that trend up.
Yeah, and like we did it again this year on Sunday. We booked it across Grant Park and saw Polo and Pan.
Ooh,
What a sick place
so
for Polo and
cool.
Pan.
It was.
yeah.
It honestly might have been one of my top 2 things that I saw all week.
It
Top
was-
2 or 3. I mean,
hey,
it was.
we'll get there, Fleet. We'll get there, Fleet. I know. Hey, we'll get there.
Dude, no, I'm not even like it. Honestly, it might have just like encapsulated everything the weekend, right? Like the
No, I'm
weekend
saying
was
we'll get to your
encapsulated
top
with.
sets. We'll get to your top sets.
Oh,
But yeah,
sorry.
Polo and Pan, great way to cap off the Lala weekend.
It was
So-
nuts. It was nuts.
That capping that off. Now we'll go to Fleetwood. Fleetwood, give me your top 5 of the weekend.
5? Okay.
Top 5 after parties included, and you can only mention 1 to 3 honorable mentions.
So I got to say, probably number 1 was Zoo after party Saturday, because the squad was there, and so that was what was fired. The whole squad was there. He played into some Blacklist. We were there for 3 hours. It was great.
Okay.
Number 2 for me. It's Polo and Pan. It was honestly the shortest one that I saw. It was definitely shorter, right? It was like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour, but it was so well executed. They played every song, and all their graphics and visuals were so low key, right? They're all just like shapes and different shapes and that look into sceneries, but it's just so well executed and beautiful. And like, after you're exhausted, mentally exhausted from the whole day or whole weekend, that just hit the right nerve, right?
Nice. Yeah.
And they also had a live singer out there, and she was beautiful. Third
helps.
would probably be Rez. Rez was nice. Rez was nice. And then I would say John. John was just nice to see again. I think it's not like he was like, I loved John. I mean, we saw John at Concord in January, and he is completely blown up since then. So it was cool to see his transition. And so I think that's more what it was. And then I got to throw Green Day in there for the first 4 songs. I can't actually throw Green Day in there. That's
We'll put
it's
it
gotta be
on
Blacklist at Zoo. The one at Blacklist at Zoo, that was nice just because it was so unknown, but it's so down low for me because of the crowd.
Mm-hmm. Cam, top 5 honorable mentions.
All right. For me, it was Zoo Saturday. I mean, like Fleet said, I mean, one of my favorite. I will solidly say he's in my top 3 artists of all time. Zoo is. The live performances, all of his music, the way he presents himself, the way he presents the show, it was just incredible.
That's a bold statement, Cam.
Hey, I've been thinking it over. It's true, I think.
Damn.
But the squad too made it so much better, and just the crowd in general of Aragon doing that on Saturday after seeing the disastrous crowd of Prism made me appreciate being with other people that wore pashminas that much more, if that makes sense. But because everyone around you is just that much more happy and excited to be there, and not kicking you in the shin or trying to hit on Lauren Brady to your left. It's just fucking awful. But number two was
Yo, you want to switch spots?
was Glass Animals. I think Glass Animals was a cool surprise. I think he put on an awesome performance. And Heatwave live, I was jumping around like a kid on fun paper. But number 3 was probably Zoo Blacklist. I'm tripping. Number 3 is Kygo. Kygo was
You're fun papering.
Awesome.
You're fun papering.
Yeah, I was fun papering again. But
Kygo forgot Kygo.
Kygo is sweet. I was surrounded by a lot of people who had never seen Kygo for the first time either. So I think that made it like really cool, and like a lot of them were like some of my close friends. And I caught myself singing to almost every fucking song. And I going into Kygo, I thought to myself, I really can only think of this one, and could sing along to every song he played. Number 4 was Blacklist, kind of like Fleet said, the unknown, and just the difference of a deep techno house scene was sick. Crowd, definitely a negative, but I will always go. I will always go to. I went to, for reference, I went to RL Grime at that same venue. I will always go to Prism if the artist is worth it. And there are, there's only 5 to 10 that I'd go and see there. But number 5, Space Mom. She every time. I mean, she's just that good.
Yeah, she is.
All of her hypnotic bass, you just bob your head. You can be in a variety of different moods, be on a variety of different things, and still just have a great, good time.
I would argue the flow of her sets are like elite top 5% of EDM.
Yeah,
like her transitions,
and all the transitions are fun.
Yeah,
they're always good. Always good. Honorable mention, Dua Lipa. Every time I've seen her at the United Center.
Fleet.
I've seen.
Fleet is catching United Work of America-itis.
I literally raved on Dua, and then people are gonna be like, "This dude, brain dead." Yeah, Dua Lipa and Kygo are top tier honorable mentions.
Yeah, they were awesome. I've seen Dua actually hurt my ankle at the United Dua Center show. Shook it off like a champ. But she's an international superstar. Straight up one of the biggest in the world right now. And watching her do her thing is just a great time. And with that, I'll pass it to Mr. Mickey.
Well, Mick.
What up? Okay, so I mean, I guess in no order, but kind of order. Number 1, Metallica.
Yes.
I mean, just legendary shit, dude. And
Yep.
that's all I gotta say. Like,
They have so many heaters, dude. It's stupid.
I will never
Yeah,
miss
like-
them ever again.
and that's another one. Like,
on recording.
I know like a handful of Metallica songs, but I realize I know like a little bit more than a handful. Like, they just really do have like
Oh,
bangers.
weightlifting in the gym.
Dude,
Bangers.
Whoever said that about Kygo, like, or I think it was Cam. You forget how many
Yeah.
bangers Kygo has. Like, Metallica is
Metallica's
one of those
same
groups
way.
where it's just like they literally have heater on heater on heater on
And
heater.
a lot of them are timeless, like truly. So legendary band. Glad I saw them. Next, LPGOB.
Wow.
Yeah, she truly just keeps getting better and better. Probably like third time I've seen her now. Great.
Snap.
The queen,
Snap.
we stand.
Snap. John Summit or LPGOB?
LP.
Damn.
LP that weekend, honestly. LP.
Wow.
I didn't see
All right,
John,
all right.
so I can't answer. I didn't see John or LP actually. Shame on me.
So there's that. After that, Glass Animals, like Cam said. Another honestly, right when I saw the Lala lineup, that was one I was like, I hope they fall on a day I go to. I hope it falls in a time I'm there. Like that's one I've been wanting to see for a long time. And